see the conflict that he's going through.
My wife, third straight year,
Welcome back
WrestleMania.
to the Action Zone. You're watching Undisputed Wrestling Desk, where WWE comes alive. Subscribe and get ready for the latest updates. The wrestling world has seen countless betrayals, shocking heel turns, and unforgettable scandals, but nothing prepared fans for the storyline twist that dropped like a bombshell in early 2025. The EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, known for her unstoppable confidence, unmatched athleticism, and undeniable star power, suddenly found herself at the center of a dramatic narrative that shook the WWE universe to its core. What began as a normal week on the road turned into one of the most talked about story arcs in years, leaving fans questioning everything they thought they knew about one of WWE's brightest stars. This wasn't a real-life controversy, but an intentionally crafted plot designed to stir emotion, challenge characters, and create the kind of high-stakes drama that makes professional wrestling so beloved. The moment that changed everything. According to the storyline, the turning point came when Montez Ford, Bianca's husband and one half of the Street Profits, stumbled upon a moment that shattered the blissful image of WWE's power couple. Instead of focusing on scandal or real-world harm, the narrative centered on emotional tension. Montez discovered private notes and strategy plans Bianca had been hiding, revealing her ambitions to break away from their partnership and carve out a solo empire built entirely on her own terms. It wasn't infidelity or real betrayal. It was character ambition boiling over, the kind of dramatic creative twist that sparks fan debate and pushes characters to evolve. In this fictional moment, Montez felt blindsided, not because of personal wrongdoing, but because Bianca's plan meant stepping over allies, rivals, and even her own husband in her pursuit of wrestling dominance. A contract clash that rewrites the script. Within the story, the discovery wasn't just personal, it had professional consequences. Bianca's secret plans involved negotiating bold storyline pitches with management without informing Montez, creating tension about trust and communication. WWE's leadership, as part of the fictional plotline, confronted her about the risks of pushing too hard, too fast, especially when her rising push was already in motion. Instead of real-world legal issues, the drama revolved around creative disagreements, ambitious demands, and the internal politics that drive WWE storylines behind the scenes. The result was a storyline framing Bianca as someone whose hunger for success blurred lines, creating the perfect setup for a shocking heel turn. A rival step into the spotlight. The plot thickened when the mystery of a person involved turned out not to be a romantic scandal, but a creative collaborator. Another top superstar who was helping Bianca design her rise to become the most dominant performer on the roster. Fans speculated for days, and when the reveal hit, it became clear the alliance was purely competitive and strategic, not personal. This twist transformed the narrative from tabloid-style drama into a storyline about ambition, alliances, and the lengths a character will go to seize the spotlight. WWE used this reveal to plant seeds for multiple future rivalries, teasers of faction drama, and a reshuffling of power dynamics within the women's division. Montez Ford's calculated response. Rather than portraying Montez as vengeful or vindictive, the storyline positioned him as thoughtful and strategic. He didn't lash out, he analyzed, he reflected, he kept receipts, not of wrongdoing, but of every moment Bianca took steps without him. Every choice she made to distance herself from her tag team legacy in favor of her singles ambitions. In a brilliant fictional twist, Montez quietly recorded promo materials, statements, and narrative clues that would later allow him to confront Bianca in the ring, not as an angry spouse, but as a betrayed partner in the world of competition. The emotional weight fell not on crime or contracts, but on trust, teamwork, and the strain of two careers pulling in different directions. The locker room reacts to the shift. As the storyline unfolded, the locker room began choosing sides, not out of hatred or scandal, but because Bianca's new persona challenged everyone's place on the roster. Some admired her ambition. Others felt she was abandoning the unity that once made WWE's women's division stronger than ever. In this fictional arc, Bianca's sudden shift toward ruthless competition spurred tension, confrontations, and memorable promo segments that had fans buzzing. Her friends questioned her motives, her rivals sharpened their claws, and the entire division sensed a shift in the power hierarchy. This story wasn't about tearing someone down, it was about creating new fire, new energy, and new opportunities for drama. Fans turn on the EST, but not for the reasons you think. As Bianca embraced this new character direction, the WWE Universe reacted with intensity. Merchandise sales dipped, not because of real disrespect or scandal, but because her character leaned fully into being a villain. Social media exploded with kayfabe outrage, memes, debates, and predictions about where the story would lead. Fans demanded answers. They speculated wildly about Bianca's motivations, her alliances, and the potential backlash from Montez. In the tradition of the greatest heel turns, Bianca's transformation sparked a wave of fan engagement that propelled her storyline to the top of every wrestling discussion. The sponsor and business ripple. Fictional but dramatic. Within the storyline world, even sponsors were woven into the plot. The narrative teased that major brands were concerned about Bianca's new direction, creating tension around her increasingly ruthless, on-screen persona. WWE used this as a tool to raise the stakes, portraying Bianca as a star, walking the thin line between fame and fallout, choosing to embrace the chaos instead of retreating. These fictional consequences added realism without harming any real-world reputation, allowing the story to feel big, meaningful, and high stakes. A marriage caught in the crossfire, but not destroyed. The emotional core of the story wasn't scandal, it was heartbreak. Montez felt the distance. Bianca felt misunderstood. The couple that once stood strong became characters struggling under the weight of ambition, expectations, and the spotlight. But WWE made it clear in the narrative, this wasn't about tearing down their real relationship. It was about exploring the emotional costs of fame, the pressure of being two rising stars, and the difficulty of navigating parallel careers. Their storyline tension set the stage for some of the most emotionally charged promos of the year. Bianca's downfall, or her reinvention. As the story progressed, Bianca faced mounting in-ring challenges and fierce rival confrontations. She was pushed, tested, questioned, and forced to reckon with the consequences of her new persona. But rather than writing her into oblivion, WWE used the arc to rebuild her, to evolve her, to make her more complex, layered, and compelling than ever before. Fans weren't watching the destruction of a character, they were witnessing her metamorphosis. What comes next for the EST of WWE? This storyline doesn't end in disgrace, it ends with opportunity. Bianca's heel turn, her fractured partnership with Montez, the locker room tension, and the shifting landscape of the women's division all set the stage for an explosive future. Rivalries are brewing, alliances are forming, redemption is possible, but not guaranteed, and the WWE Universe is strapped in for every twist.